Hey there, it's Walt. It's one of those rare, beautiful October afternoons here in West County, Cork, Ireland. And I've been thinking a lot this past week about safety, which is a little bit of an odd thing for someone like me to think about as a rock climber and ice climber and high altitude mountaineer. But I've been thinking a lot about safety and what it means to be safe. And I think I've been thinking about it for a number of different reasons. I think in my 60th year, I think about it more frequently. I am aware of the passage of time. I'm aware of how fragile it all is. And I think particularly in the last week or two, just being aware of the savage forest fires and wildfires in California and the relentless hurricanes and tropical storms that have struck the southern part of the United States, and just the craziness that unfolded in Las Vegas, and the instability that's in the world around the nuclear issue. And I realize that we're not safe. None of us are safe. We like to pretend we're safe. We create infrastructure. We create houses and buildings and hermetically sealed places to work, and we create the illusion of safety. But what's true is that none of us get out of this thing called life alive. We're not safe. And if we're not safe, what does that mean? What does that mean for the way we live? I don't think that it means that we go out and be reckless. But I think what it means is that we are called to push the edges, to move outside our comfort zones, to not be afraid of risk, to embrace risk, to use risk to expand our horizons, to expand our reach. I think we have a obligation, we have an opportunity, certainly we have a privilege, but I think we have an obligation to step beyond our comfort zones, to push our teams, to push our people, to push our families and our loved ones to experiment, to be curious, to push beyond the edges, to see what's possible, and to explore. Because this safety thing, I'm aware that our desire to be safe is dialed into our reptilian brains. The whole safety mechanism kept us from the woolly mammoths on the plains. But last time I looked around West Cork, there weren't a whole lot of woolly mammoths running about, and in most of the suburban neighborhoods there aren't. But that part of our brain, that reptilian part of our brain that was put there to keep us safe, now so often just causes us to play small, to not express our gifts in a big way, to not step out into the world in a big way. And I think that we have the opportunity, I think that we have the privilege, I dare say that we have the obligation to step out, to maximize our opportunities, to explore our gifts and our creativity, and to stand in the world in a big way, to be bold, to be courageous, to be fully self-expressed. I don't know where the line is between playing it safe and playing it small, or stepping out into a big way. I don't know where those lines are, but they're questions that I'm holding. They're things that I'm thinking about and experimenting with, and I wanted to share that with you this week and invite you to hold the question as well. Knowing that we're not safe, knowing that we don't get out of this thing called life alive. How do you choose to live? Enjoy the rest of the day and have a great week.